Alright, hello everybody. In this video we're going to be walking you through how to download fonts and install them onto the Macs. Now, there are so many different websites across the internet that you can use to download fonts, but we're going to stick with the one that we use here at the school throughout our digital design classes, one that we know is safe and secure, and that is thefont.com. So you're going to go onto your browser. Obviously, I like to use Chrome, and then you're going to type in DAFONT.com. That's thefont.com. Alright, so here we are. This is the website, and I'll be honest, this whole process is super simple, so I do want to take a little bit of time to talk to you about some of the things you'll actually see on this website. Alright, so as you can see, there's a little bit of a category area that you can choose from. So if you kind of know what style you're looking for, you might even be able to narrow it down right here. There's also some recently added fonts that you can scroll through. But for now, let's go up to these categories and let's just say that I am using a spooky font. Maybe I might want to go to the horror section, so I'm going to click that right now. Alright, so you'll see that there are quite a few options that come up right away, and a couple things just to note right off the bat. So obviously you see right here, this is the font and the name of the font. Something that I like to do is if I know exactly what I'm using the font for example, for my Frankenstein monster, I am going to type Rick and Uzi. So I can just type that in. Alright, so I'm going to type that into this little preview box right here. And then when I click submit, you'll see that all of those fonts that we were just looking at change their preview to the words that you just put in. And this is actually really good because you can see that I put an ampersand, and you can now see that none of these fonts right here actually have an ampersand available. So, this is helpful in more than one way. Another thing I want you guys to notice is these little tags right here. So this one says free for personal use. There's also ones that say 100% free. Sometimes you might even see the word demo. Now, stuff like this doesn't really matter for school projects because we're not really selling anything with these fonts. We're not putting them on commercial labels. We're not using them for client work. But if you do end up doing a little bit of freelance work in the future, this is something to keep in mind, that you always want to check the tags and make sure you're using something 100% free, or you would have to buy the fonts outright. So that's something to keep in mind for sure. So I'm liking this Rick and Uzi and how it looks in Melted Monster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the download button, and you're going to see it's going to pop up right in the corner of my screen. If you're on Safari, it'll pop up in a different area, but either way, it should be in your Finder now in your downloads folder. So you can see I have a bunch of stuff in my downloads right now. It's a mess, but my Melted Monster is right at the top here. And from this point, super simple. All you do is you double click. Okay, now it's going to unzip the folder and make a new version of it. And here is the font file. So next step is to obviously open up the folder, find the font file. This happens to be a TTF, which is a true type font. There's also OTF, which is an open type font. It doesn't really make a difference, but that's always going to be probably the file types that you're going to see. So you're going to double click this, and then a menu like this is going to open. It's going to show pretty much the entire alphabet. And then from here, all you do is you click the words install font, that little button right in the corner, and that's actually it. We downloaded the font. Super, super simple. So now let's go on Photoshop quick and test it out. Okay, so we're in my Photoshop file. I'm going to drag and make a text box. I'm going to write what I was going to write, Rick and Uzi. And now what we're going to do is we're going to select all of our text. You can select all of your text by clicking Command A. And then go up to the top to your font selecting menu. And now what we have to do is we have to search for the font that we just downloaded. So I'm going to look up Melted Monster, and look, it came right up. Awesome. So now I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger by clicking the sizes. And there we go. That is how you search for, install, and then use downloaded fonts in Photoshop. Super, super easy and a really great way to add a new layer of creativity to your projects. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. Good luck and have fun.